Hello, Lewis University, and thank you for joining us today on WFLY-TV News for Tuesday, September 16th, 2014. I'm Shane Gustafson.
I'm Noelle Trainor.
And here are your top stories for today. U.S. News & World Report ranked Lewis University among the top 25 in its rankings of Midwest regional universities. Lewis moved up 11 places on this year's list, placing at number 23. Some of the factors that helped Lewis move up in the rankings were the 2013 graduation rate and a large percentage of freshmen in the top 25% of their high school classes. The university also reported increases in retention rates and the average ACT scores from last school year. The list of best college rankings is available online and features profiles for each school on the list, as well as a search for college options.
The addition to the nursing building is finally open this semester, and students can grab their coffee from the new Jasmine's Cafe. So how does Jasmine's compare to the other restaurants on campus? I take a closer look. The enticing aroma of coffee beans now fills the hallways of the College of Nursing thanks to the newly opened Jasmine's Cafe. Since the grand opening in early September, students have gotten their caffeine fix from this Starbucks-esque cafe.
This place is a lot better than Charlie's. I like this place. It smells better down here. It gives you more of like a coffee shop feel.
So what makes Jasmine's different from other food places on campus? Well, one of the main items on the menu is blended specialty drinks that are similar to Frappuccinos from Starbucks. Jasmine also serves hot coffee, pastries, and even paninis. It's no wonder business has been so well in the first few opening weeks.
Monday morning, Tuesday mornings, or Wednesday mornings can be our real busiest times, but we're steady throughout the day. Now that the students are finding out where we are really located at, we're getting a lot of students and faculty that say, man, we've been looking all over for you.
Friendly faces, a relaxing environment, and a delicious coffee drink are the key ingredients to a great coffee shop. And it seems like Jasmine's has the perfect recipe. For WFLY-TV News, I'm Noelle Trainor.
Lewis University will open an ELS language center this fall to teach lessons to students who don't speak English or are from foreign countries. The university says starting in October, offices, classrooms, and a language laboratory will open in the basement of Mother Teresa Hall. Students can sign up for classes that focus on the proper structure of a sentence or a paragraph. Students can also learn proper ways of writing in the English language. ELS is the largest group of English language instruction centers in the world and has helped more than 1 million international students worldwide.
Tomorrow, September 17th, Lewis will host a series called Young Alumni University, and its purpose is to give current students insight on achieving their future goals. Alumni will share what students need to know before entering their future workplace, as well as their current work experiences. Wednesday's speaker is Fred DeWald, who is an adjunct finance professor and president of his own investment firm. The event will take place in the Darcy Great Room starting at 6 p.m. 2013 graduate Amanda Noelle will be the second young alumni speaker on November 13th.
Lewis University hosted the Signum Fidei Red Tie Ball on Saturday at the Palmer House Hilton's Grand Ballroom in Chicago. The event intended to celebrate the historic past, exciting present, and prosperous future of Lewis University. Men were encouraged to wear red ties, and the school sent red bow ties to any male who registered for the event. All money raised from the event went to the Lewis University Mission Fund, which helps financially dependent students. The event featured a live orchestra and a 5-course meal complete with cocktails. The next major event that will be hosted by the school will be the 2014 homecoming, which is currently scheduled for October 4th.
West Nile virus has been confirmed in the United States. Find out more after the break.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darts there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything...
It is I, Cruz Zinkelpel. Okay, time for cake.
It's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Guru. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
My name is Brother James Gaffney, president of Lewis University, and you're watching LUTN, so thank you.
For the 13th year in a row, the West Nile virus was confirmed in the United States. While the peak period for the virus is from mid-July through mid-October, this year the first human West Nile virus case was found in the middle of August, and only a handful of cases have been found since. Officials say the decrease in infected humans may be due to the cool, wet summer. According to Centers for Disease Control, in 2013, Illinois had the third highest cases and deaths in the country, with 117 cases and 12 deaths. Although the temperatures are dropping, officials encourage Illinois residents to be mindful of mosquitoes while outside in order to protect themselves from West Nile.
The Joliet City Council will vote on a measure tonight that could allow a company to grow medicinal marijuana within city limits. A group called AgriCare proposed a plan to bring a medical marijuana cultivation center to an industrial park on the south end of the city near Elwood. The company told the city that it would like to expand one of the current buildings in the park to make it suitable for growing marijuana. Joliet City Manager Jim Hawk says the city is focused on safety of the cultivation center with 24-hour surveillance and locked fences. Crops would only come out of the facility once every 2 weeks and go straight into an armored car. The City Council approved a medical marijuana dispensary in July and says the cultivation center is the next step in the process.
Advocate Healthcare and the North Shore University Health System announced plans to merge their hospitals. The new plans combine 16 hospitals worth over $6.8 billion in the Chicago region and will be renamed Advocate North Shore Health Partners. Both companies are powerful in their own right. Advocate is the state's largest hospital system, and North Shore is the leading hospital chain in the North Shore suburbs, according to the Chicago Tribune. The merge goes beyond just hospitals. An estimated 3 million patients a year will receive health care at more than 350 facilities, including clinics, doctor's offices, and outpatient centers. The deal is expected to close early next year.
A Chicago man has been found guilty in the murder of 14-year-old Kelly O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin was stabbed almost 3 years ago after coming home and seeing that John Wilson Jr. was burglarizing her family's home. Wilson Jr. then sent text messages to O'Loughlin's mother saying how Kelly wanted to tell him something before he killed her. Wilson also left messages on the victim's Facebook the day before she was murdered, or the day after she was murdered, excuse me. The jury deliberated for 2 hours and found Wilson guilty on all charges.
Chicago was the home of a big innovation this week. After 44 hours, the world's first three-dimensional printed car was made. The vehicle is called Strati and was printed using a process called direct digital manufacturing. During this process, a computer design becomes a solid object. The car already has electricity. Engineers quickly put the finishing touches on the car, and today Strati will be hitting the road with its first test drive. Arizona company Local Motors was in charge of this project. Local Motors CEO said this is a breakthrough in automotive history by proving that a car can be created in an entirely new way.
Police are looking for information in regards to the shooting of a pregnant woman. Stay tuned for details.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. Could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Time to wake up.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Don't forget, you've got a job to do today.
Hey, Mom. I got the job. Thanks.
Got the job. Welcome aboard.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does. And like that, you're a job creator.
My name is Brother James Gaffney, president of Lewis University, and you're watching LUTN, so thank you.
The city of Philadelphia is offering a $40,000 reward for information about the murders of a pregnant woman and her newborn baby. Police say the murders happened over the weekend when the woman was sitting outside of her home. Investigators say an unknown man drove his car the wrong way up the street and opened fire on the woman. Police say doctors delivered the woman's baby when she arrived in the hospital and he later died. Neighbors say they were surprised of the shooting because it happened during the day with other people around. Police say they believe the woman's boyfriend might have been the target of the shooting, but couldn't confirm for sure as of last night.
Hundreds of people were forced to evacuate their homes in California after 2 raging wildfires blazed through the area near Yosemite National Park. About 1,000 residents were evacuated out of about 400 homes, says Madera County Sheriff's spokeswoman. An evacuee, Joe Cunningham, says that after he saw his backyard burning, he and his wife jumped in their cars and left their home behind, according to the Bee. According to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, 24 structures, including many homes, were damaged or destroyed from the blaze.
A strange illness has come over a young girl, leaving her sometimes unable to see due to swelling. Marvin Gomez has more.
The pain is unbearable and no one seems to know what it is. Maddie has been suffering from a disease doctors don't know of. Erin Hayes, the mother, is desperately looking for a solution.
It's very tough
As a mother watching your child suffer.
The 7-year-old girl has a condition that swells up her face, closing her eyes shut. But this unidentified problem first started in Alabama when she was 2 years old, but it soon went away. Now it is back and more severe.
She has had some go down her neck and on her shoulders and arms, but it's mainly localized on her face.
Maddie's family has moved to Virginia 3 weeks ago, and during this time she has been treated at the Children's Hospital of Richmond twice.
Hopefully we're in the right hands now, and we seem to be.
Erin says the last year has not been an easy one for the family, and Maddie wonders if she will ever be better. Maddie has 2 siblings that see what their sister is going through.
My son, he's 5 years old, and he will go up and just hug her. I love you, Maddie, you know, and just let her know, and he tells her she's beautiful.
Erin hopes this situation will soon end.
As a parent, you're supposed to protect your child and help them, and to not be able to do that at all is the worst feeling ever. There's got to be someone out there that knows what is causing my daughter to react like this and have these issues.
This is Marvin Gomez reporting for WFLY-TV News.
2 missing toddlers from the outer suburbs of Washington, D.C. are believed to be dead. 3-year-old Sarah Hoggle and 2-year-old Jacob Hoggle first disappeared on September 8th with their mother, Catherine Hoggle. The 27-year-old was found by police on Friday, but they have yet to locate the children. Catherine told police that Sarah and Jacob were safe, but she wouldn't say exactly where they were. Now police are asking homeowners in the area to keep an eye out for a sign of the children's bodies on their property. Investigators have searched more than 13,000 acres for the missing toddlers. Catherine has been charged with child neglect, obstruction, and hindering.
2 Vietnam soldiers were honored by President Barack Obama with the Medal of Honor in a White House ceremony. Army Command Sergeant Major Benny Adkins survived his injuries. However, Army Specialist Donald Sloat didn't. 50 years later, and through an act of Congress, the men were recognized by their bravery. Adkins received his honor in person. Sloat's brother, William, accepted the medal from the president in his honor.
Hurricane Odile swept through Mexico yesterday. Stay tuned for more.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
My name is Brother James Gaffney, president of Lewis University, and you're watching LUTN, so thank you.
Tourists were trapped in Mexican resorts on Monday after Hurricane Odile swept through the Mexican coast and drenched popular vacation destinations. Odile hit Cabo San Lucas as a Category 3 hurricane and collapsed roofs with 125 miles per hour winds on Sunday night. According to Mexican civil defense officials, an estimated 15,000 tourists were in Cabo when Odile hit. As Odile moved over the Baja California Peninsula on Monday, it was weakened to a Category 1 hurricane, but still brought plenty of wind, damaging Baja California resorts. The storm is expected to weaken over the next 2 days.
The United States Department of Defense is continuing to monitor the terror group ISIS after a third beheading video emerged over the weekend. The terror group released the video online showing the beheading of British journalist David Haines. The video looks similar to the previous two, which involved the beheading of U.S. journalists. The Department of Defense is trying to figure out how many captives the terror group has and where they're located. Last week, President Barack Obama announced that the United States will drop more bombs on the region and target the ISIS cells in Iraq and Syria. ISIS says they'll continue to kill Westerners unless the U.S. stops the attacks. Obama says the group poses too much of a threat against the United States.
Pope Francis married 40 people at the Vatican Sunday. They were from different social backgrounds and represented modern-day couples. Many were already living together, and one had a child from a previous relationship. Sunday's ceremony was the first of its kind in 14 years. Catholic bishops from all over the world will gather in October to examine the church teaching on family matters.
The people of Scotland will decide this week if they want to separate from the rest of the United Kingdom. The country will ask residents to vote about independence and gather public interest about breaking away from the UK. However, several political figures in neighboring countries are warning the Scottish to think about their future. Some political experts say the UK wants Scotland to stay because of their vast resources. British Prime Minister David Cameron made a trip to Scotland to try and convince the Scottish people to reject independence. If the Scottish people vote for independence, the country would split from the United Kingdom in a year and a half. Scottish leaders say the Queen would serve as the new head of state if they do become independent.
Hundreds of people are left dead in India and Pakistan after a super flood took over their cities. Every year, monsoon rains raise the surrounding rivers and cause floods, submerging the cities in India and Pakistan in water. This year, the rains began on September 2nd. Many people are now homeless and thousands are stranded, with plenty of water but none clean enough to drink. Pakistan's government and military are working hard to rescue their citizens and valuables. Levees are being forced open to force the water out of farmlands and residential areas.
Well, speaking of rain, we had some rain in our area earlier this week, and it seems like it dried out a little bit, but Marvin Gomez is here now with a preview of what we can expect for the next few days with the weather.
You are correct, Shane. We've actually had some rain in our area and some very chilly temperatures, but that's going to be changing this upcoming week.
All right, well, Marvin will have the full forecast for you when we come back.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We've done what you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
My name is Brother James Gaffney, president of Lewis University, and you're watching LUTN, so thank you.
As mentioned earlier, the rain hit us last week, and we also were experiencing chilly temperatures around the 40s last week, but that's about to change this week. And let's take a look at our current temperatures. We have 62 degrees for today, and the high was supposed to be of 69 degrees. And also, if we take a look at our temperatures for tonight, they will be 41 degrees, and there will pretty much be no wind. So now let's take a look and see our photo of campus for today. This was taken a few minutes ago, and as you can see, it was Shield Hall and perfectly clear skies. And if we take a look at what's happening in the nation right now, we have very warm temperatures coming up. They're going to be around the 60s, and as you can see, Illinois right now is ending temperatures around the 50s, but the warmer weather is going to come up for the following week. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We have 69 for tomorrow, Wednesday, with a minimum of 48 degrees, and 50 degrees for Thursday, Friday 75, and Saturday we're going to be expecting some thunderstorms with 79 degrees. So the temperature is going to get warmer for that day. Keep in mind that the last day of summer will be this upcoming Monday. So let's enjoy the last few days of summer. Shane, let's go back to you.
All right, well, thank you, Marvin, for that weather report. And you said that it's going to be nice. It looks like the weather will be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I love the fall weather, but I'll take some more 75 days for sure.
Yeah, I'm not in a big hurry for winter to come back.
Oh, definitely not.
And I don't think many athletes are in a big hurry for winter to come back either.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, unless if it's for the Bears to get some of that type of weather advantage.
Right.
So.
All right, well, Joe, what do we have coming up in sports?
In sports, we have a lot of stuff coming up. Over the weekend, the Lewis soccer teams, both men and women, both played really good. I got some Bears news injuries coming up, a couple of tough losses that we're seeing, but I think they'll be okay. And I also got some baseball, MLB, some White Sox and Cubs action.
All right, we'll have Joe with sports when we come back.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh, yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh, no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
My name is Brother James Gaffney, president of Lewis University, and you're watching LUTN, so thank you.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
In 1978, 6 institutions joined to form one of the nation's top NCAA Division II conferences. Today, this union has expanded to 16 proud members celebrating 35 years of commitment to the classroom, championships, and the community. Pioneers who paved the way, leaders who emerged from within. Progress made possible by people. Today, it's those people that inspire the next generation to guide us forward in the next 35 years. We are the Great Lakes Valley Conference.
On Saturday, the Lewis men's soccer team went up against Missouri S&T at Lewis Stadium. Lewis senior forward George Thompson and sophomore forward Jonathan Silvar and midfielder Nicholas Montero were able to help the Flyers get the 3-1 win over Missouri S&T. The Flyers are off to a great start and look to add another win as they travel this Friday to take on William Jewell. Now looking at the women's team, the Flyers were also able to defeat Missouri S&T in a final score of 3-2. After not starting off the game as well as they would have liked to, the Flyers were able to make adjustments and pull ahead. Juniors Maggie Moran, Jessica Chavez, and Danielle DiGioia had the 3 goals for the Flyers. With the win on Sunday, the Flyers were able to record their first win and will look to add more as they head to the Kansas City area to play William Jewell and Rockhurst. After the Bears' 28-20 Sunday victory night over the 49ers, they were hit with some hard news yesterday in regards to one of their star players on defense. 12-year veteran Charles Tillman was placed on injured reserve yesterday after re-injuring his right tricep that ended his season early last year. Bears safety Chris Conte, who left the game Sunday night due to an AC joint sprain in his left shoulder, should be ready to go Monday night when the Bears travel to MetLife Stadium to play the New York Jets. Bears defensive tackle Jeremiah Ratliff also came out of the game Sunday night due to a concussion. Ratliff is undergoing concussion protocols to ensure that he will be ready to play Monday night. Last night, the White Sox couldn't hold on to beat the Kansas City Royals. After the White Sox had a 3-2 lead going into the 9th inning, the Royals rallied back in the bottom of the 9th by scoring 2 runs to win the game scoring 2 runs to win the game 4-3. White Sox pitcher John Danks started the game and pitched 6 scoreless innings and only gave up 2 singles. Royals pitcher Wade Davis was credited with the win and relief pitcher Jake Petrica was credited with the loss. The White Sox are in Kansas City again tonight and first pitch is scheduled at 7:10. Now swinging over to the north side, Anthony Rizzo was able to get back into the lineup after missing the last 18 games due to his back. Rizzo came back with a bang to get the Cubs' only run of the game in the 9th inning against the Reds. Rizzo drove in a pitch from Pedro Valerio to center field to get the walk-off homer to end the game. Rizzo helped out pitcher Travis Wood a great amount considering Wood couldn't get any production from his team on offense to help him out. Wood 6 scoreless innings and only allowed 3 hits. The Cubs will play their second game of their 3-game series tonight against the Reds at Wrigley Field. First pitch is at 7:05. And that's it for sports, guys.
All right, well, seems like a lot of interesting news going on in sports, and Lewis Athletics team's doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice to see that they're off to a great start for the new school year.
Yeah, exactly. So good to see them, and hopefully they'll continue playing as well. All right, well, that'll wrap it up for today's news. I'm Shane Gustafson.
I'm Noelle Trainor.
And
I'm Joe with sports.
And I'm Marvin Gomez with the weather. And we thank you for watching WFLY-TV News. We'll see you on Friday at noon. Have a good night.